You can sit down anytime you like.
Priest etiquette. Never sit before you're asked.
Sit down then.
Don't want to come over too eager.
Well, best to hover at the door.
You learn that your first week at the seminary, Bobby. Sick?
Come on.
Bit of a break from smoking the Bible, eh?
Oh,
Has anyone figured which book is the best smoke?
we only smoke the Lamentations. A right miserable cigarette.
Nice room. Very clean.
Where is it you're from again, Don?
Born, you mean?
Bally go backwards.
Oldest city dog.
Bally rabbits.
A wee place south of Ballymoney. Kilrea.
I always remember a homily you did at Mass one time.
Oh, would you listen to it?
Sure, men hold you in very high esteem.
I can feel a dick coming on.
You're very quick.
Right.
Nah. You're respected. You know them. But I always like them stories you told about the countryside.
Childhood of poaching, robbing apples, stampeding cattle.
Fine education for a priest.
Priest working in West Belfast it is, aye.
Stampeding comes in handy down the Falls Road.
RUC hate me.
You miss it though.
What?
Countryside.
Sure I get home to see my wee brother once a month or so, but aye, I miss the usual. The clean air, the space, all that.
Feels closer to who you are.
Aye. Well, it is, no question. Something like a fish out of water working in a big city like Belfast. But it's a job, isn't it? You soon stop looking around at your surroundings when you figure your business is the business of the soul and all.
Business of the soul.
You know what I mean.
You learn that in the seminary too.
And you can have that one free of charge.
Go on.
I suppose what I'm saying is, you get on. Kilrea can wait till I'm an old man.
Too many scoundrels to be saved in Belfast anyway.
Busy times, aye.
Sure, God will reward you in heaven.
And I'll be thankful once there's wine involved.
So what'd your wee brother do back home?
He's a parish priest. He's a sneaky wee bastard. You know the sort, Bobby.
Still goes poaching.
Poaching jobs. And he's younger than me by 8 years, all right.
Go on.
As a cleric, I work in a parish near Kilrea. A wee hole of a place. I'm working my arse off. House calls to the elderly, mobile confessions.
The glamorous stuff.
Oh, aye. So anyway, position comes up at Kilrea.
Right.
And I'm passed over for some reason or other. No reason, probably.
Taking too much cake off the old ladies.
Probably.
So
anyway, about 5 years later, position again comes up back home at Kilrea, and my brother Michael waltzes right into it.
fuck.
He's made parish priest at 28.
More spiritual probably. Less slippy than you.
He worked the bishop. He's a golfer. He's a pushy little twerp is what he is.
At least you're not bitter.
Oh no. No, he couldn't be that, no.
Parish priest at 28. Fantastic.
He's 2 cars. The house he has is massive. He has a maid and a cook, and I'm stuck in a 2 up, 2 down with a fat Kerry man who drones on and on about Gaelic football. Can we stop talking about this?
Jesus, you're the one who's talking.
How's your smoke?
Grand.
Filthy habit. Disgusting.
Oh wow, awful. Lovely though.
Aye, praise the Lord.
28. My God.
Oh, stop it. So what happened to your eye, Bobby? You got a dick for yourself. Your eye.
Difference of opinion.
And how's the other fella?
Oh, a lot worse. Believe me.
So, what did you call me here for?
What? Is that the idle banter over with?
Priest etiquette. Start with the small talk.
I'm learning a lot about the priesthood, Don.
You'd make a fine priest.
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye. Good talker, man of principle, leader of men.
Political terrorist.
The church loves a reformed crook.
Aye. You know, I always felt that thief next to Jesus got off lightly.
Ah, but he recognised his sons.
Did he though?
Oh, I said as much.
When you're hung from a cross, you'll say anything. Jesus offers him a seat next to his daddy in a place called paradise. You're always going to put your hand up and have a piece of that.
Even if it is nailed to your cross.
Jesus Christ. That's sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious?
Aye.
Oh no, he was a dirty thief. So what is it you want to tell me? Where are you at? Being driven mad by that governor yet?
See this negotiating, Lark? It's been a session. I'll tell you that for nothing.
But you understand why you have to do it.
Because we're no longer good propaganda.
According to who? The leadership?
Time has come. Decision had to be made.
You think that's what the leadership think?
Maybe. I don't know.
A bit paranoid there, Bobby.
$10,000 people marched for the 7 hunger strikers last October, right?
Right.
International pressure on the Brits and all that.
Busy time.
Even the Pope's having his say, getting involved. The whole world is trying to get Maggie Thatcher to back down, give us her demands. But it all came to nothing.
Right.
The hunger strike failed. We were on the front line, we created the protest, it's our responsibility. The leadership have been very clear to me though. 4.5 years of the no wash protest, as much as it's highlighted republicanism to some extent, it's also distracted from the wider development of the organisation.
That's because your needs are specific needs.
Aye, of course they are. Some woman bringing up 3 children in West Belfast shouldn't care about civilian type clothing or whatever the fuck they're calling these clown outfits.
Aye, I saw.
Honest to God, Don, we were promised our own clothes. It's childish skullduggery.
So the leadership have had enough of you.
In an ideal world, we'd be fighting our battles independently. But we're tied. Nothing's moving on here, nothing's changing. The leadership are stuck with us until there's some realistic chance of moving towards political status. That's the hard truth of it. You see, they get meeting negotiating with these lying, reneging monkeys and there's never nothing on the table. It's just pure crap. I'm not going to get marched into this governor's office and get caught up in some mindless, pointless dialogue with that pompous bastard.
Oh, he's a big fan of yours.
Thick as 2 short planks, Don. A moron. I mean, can you believe they made him governor though? It's a bloody insult to humanity.
Oh, Mother of Jesus. Where'd you get your energy from?
Cross-country runner when I was a boy.
Could have guessed it. Big engine on you. Cross-country runner. That explains a lot about you, Bobby.
I loved it so, then. You see, that's a whole countryside thing for me. You'd have to hold me back at the finish line or I'd just keep running on and on. We scrappers and mongers from the city, fighting the cattle and all.
Frightened the cattle.
Oh aye. Terrifying them. You think you can get milk and burgers from those big monsters? Jesus Christ. Aye. Next time round I'll be born in the countryside. Guaranteed. Wildlife, birds, and of all that paradise.
Aye. And you could learn to relax too.
Don't know. Never tried it. We're starting a hunger strike on the 1st of March. That's why you're here. And that's what I'm telling you.
Aye, I've heard. Does your family know?
Got word out to them, aye.
Have you spoken with them?
Got a visit in 2 weeks' time. We'll talk then.
How do you think they'll take it?
What do you think, Dom?
And your wee boy? So what makes it different from the last time?
The last hunger strikes were flawed. It became emotional. 7 men started out at the same time. They all got weak. They couldn't let the weakest one die, and it left us susceptible to being conned by the Brits, and that's exactly what we were, conned. This time out, the men will start consecutively 2 weeks apart. Somebody dies, they'll be replaced. There's no shortage of us. 75 men have put their name forward.
Jesus Christ.
The announcement's been made today.
So what makes it different is that you're prepared to die, Bobby.
Maybe I'll come to that.
You start a hunger strike to protest for what you believe in. You don't start already determined to die. Or am I missing something here?
It's in their hands. Our message is clear, to see our determination.
Oh, so it'll take a couple of deaths then, 5 or 6 maybe. But sure, there are 75 of you.
Ah well. It won't come to that.
All right. Maybe the Brits will buckle after about 20 or so, but why should you care? Because you're already dead, right? Have you thought about what you're putting these boys through? I mean, set aside what's going to happen to these poor men's families. You are going head to head with a British government that clearly despise republicanism, who are unshakable, who can easily live with the deaths of what they call terrorists, and the stakes are much higher this time.
I know that.
And if you're not even willing to negotiate, you're looking for them to capitulate, is that it?
Right.
So failure means many dead men, families torn apart, and the whole Republican movement demoralised.
Aye. Worst case scenario may well mean all that, but short term, out of the ashes.
Come on.
Guaranteed to be a new generation of men and women, even more resilient, even more determined.
Look who you're talking to.
There's a war going on. I thought you might understand this. You're talking like a foreigner.
You're talking to me like I'm a foreigner. You think I don't know Northern Ireland? I live here, man.
Then support us.
I supported the last hunger strike on the basis that it was a protest, not some pre-designed to die and balk at negotiation other than complete surrender from Thatcher. That's ridiculous, Bobby. That's destructive.
What's been happening here for the last 4.5 years? The brutality, humiliation, our basic human rights taken away from us. All of this has got to come to an end.
Through talking.
So what? We take up their offer and put the uniforms on? Because the last 4 years have meant nothing. We could do that though. Or we could behave like the army we proclaim to be and lay down our lives for our comrades.
Is there not even a small part of you that's looking for a breakthrough that could find you negotiating again?
That won't happen.
Right. Forget all that. I want to know if your intent is purely to commit suicide here.
You want me to argue about the morality of what I'm about to do and whether it's suicide or not? For one, you're calling it suicide, I call it murder. And that's just a wee difference between us two, Dom. We're both Catholic men, both Republicans. But we're still off poaching salmon in lovely Kilray. We've been burnt out our houses in Rathcoole.
Right.
Similar men in many ways, Dom. But life and experiences have focused our belief differently. You understand me?
Oh, I understand.
I have my belief. And in all its simplicity, that is the most powerful thing.
So what is your statement by dying? Just highlighting British intransigence? So fucking what? The whole world knows what the Brits are like.
Good.
Oh, it is good, and it's nothing to do with you. The Brits have been fucking everything up for centuries.
I can feel your hatred, Dom.
You looking for martyrdom?
No.
Are you sure?
Aye.
Because I've heard you eulogising Wolfe Tone, the Connolly, McSweeney, all them men. I can't help thinking you're writing your name large in them history books.
You think that matters to me?
Oh, I know it does.
Well, you're wrong.
You see, all you soldiers, it's all about the freedom. But you get no appreciation for a life, Bobby. You no longer know what a life is, you man. 4 years living in these conditions. No one expects you to be normal. There's nothing normal about you. And right now, the Republican movement have talked itself right into a corner. And you, IRA, are standing right behind it looking into that corner. All that history, all them dead men and women. You're still saying nothing. And when your answer is to kill everything, you've blinded yourself. And you're scared to stop it. Afraid of living, afraid of talking peace. So what would Ulster be if it wasn't turning itself to shit? In this situation here, where the future Republican movement is in the hands of you men who have lost all sense of reality, you think your head's on right? Locked up in here 24 hours a day and piss and shit. And you're making decisions that could see many men die. Build a statue to Bobby Sands. You're joking me. Freedom fighter. That's the men and women working out there in the community. And that was you once upon a time, am I right? All that work you did in Twinbrook. That's where we need you, Bobby, and you know I'm right.
And I'm deluded. You want me to answer that?
They're beating you, Bobby. You're playing right into their hands.
Strategies in place.
Then stop it. Just say stop.
You don't understand a thing.
You're in no shape to make this call.
It's done. Won't be stopped.
Then fuck it! Life must mean nothing to you.
God's going to punish me.
Well, if not for the suicide, he'd have to punish you for stupidity.
Aye. And you for your arrogance. Because my life's a real life. Not some theological exercise, some religious trip that's got fuck all to do with living. Jesus Christ had a backbone. But see them disciples, every disciple since, you're just jumping in and out of the rhetoric with dead-end semantics. You need the revolutionary. You need the cultural political soldier to give life a pulse, to give life a direction.
That's just stupid talk. You are deluded.
Aye. So you say.
Aye. And what's your wee boy going to say?
Fuck off.
Doesn't that interest you?
You're going to attack me with sentiment? Typical priest.
What's your heart saying, Bobby?
I thought you had me all figured out, Don.
What's it saying? Tell me.
My life means everything to me. Freedom means everything. I know you don't mean to mock me, Don, so I'll let all that pass. This is one of them times we've come to a pause. Time to keep your beliefs pure. I believe that a united Ireland is right and just. Maybe it's impossible for a man like you to understand, but having a respect for my life, a desire for freedom, and an unyielding love for that belief means I can see past any doubts I may have. Putting my life on the line isn't the only thing I can do, Dom. It's the right thing to do.
This is why you called me here. You needed a sounding board. Not 100% sure of yourself. Been doubting yourself, maybe.
Aye. We're only human.
And I've made it clear for you there.
Man of guidance, Dom. Business is soul.